from Abuja to Lagos. Consequent upon the above, the implication of the relocation has been sent to the management. And of course, you can see that that internal memo was signed by Mrs. Olubumi Kuku, who is the managing director and the chief executive officer. Let's see what people are saying on social media. At Nigeria Story says federal government set to relocate FAN headquarters from Abuja to Lagos. What's your take on this? And at ON Shobo says FAN headquarters has always been in Lagos till 2020 when it was moved to Abuja for reason best known to the then minister. The former general manager of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, Alhaji Abubakar Bibi, has condemned the relocation of all aviation agencies headquarters from Lagos to Abuja in 2022 by the former Minister of Aviation, Senator Hadi Sirika. The president has reversed it, stopped the misinformation. Now, a lot of people carrying some speculations here. And Atsen Unwa says, Lagos is more active than any other location. When it comes to aviation, I see nothing wrong with moving the FAN headquarters to our commercial capital, which is Lagos. And the HFC 11 says, an already congested Lagos. FEMI. Yeah. What do you say to this? First, we had some department of the Central Bank of Nigeria moved to Lagos. People actually talked about it, lots of speculations, the state capture thingy, and now we have the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, being moved to Lagos. Your take, do you think we should further congest Lagos, although it was formerly in Lagos before it was moved to Abuja? Your take on this?
All right, two different contexts there. I'll start by saying the CBN thing was said to decongest
the Abuja
headquarters, the Abuja headquarters, the Abuja head office rather, and that's the reason that they gave. Not that Abuja as a city is too populated. That's not for them to decongest and take some operations to Lagos. Now, for FAN, we learned the headquarters was in Lagos before. It was taken under Buhari to Abuja, and there are some services that are being done in Lagos that is creating bottlenecks because those things are being done in Lagos. You have to now transfer in a kind of way to Abuja and wait for approval before you bring it back to Lagos. You know how essential the Murtala Mohammed Airport is. And let me tell you, there has been a clarification from FAN now, FAN, I think earlier today, January 18, that was yesterday, Thursday, January 18, press release, relocation of FAN corporate headquarters from Abuja to Lagos. They gave the reasons there, and those affected by decision to move the headquarters, they gave their reasons. So if the FAN doesn't have any issues with it, and they listed, it's because of time, we'll have listed the reasons given by them. Let me just take one to say, having returned to Lagos, the authority will be liable to pay them DTA, that's duty allowance, because technically they are working out of station as their official posting is to Abuja. The minister has decided to stop this waste of public resources and rip off on the public post. They gave like 4 reasons or 5 reasons there. In fact, as many as 8 reasons to say we should not put politics to this thing. There is no angle to it. Because president is from Lagos doesn't mean it's because we want everything to be domiciled in Lagos. By the way, Lagos is still part of Nigeria. So I'm not sure there is any reason for any worry.
Are you sure?
Personally, yeah.
There's this thing you always say, when it ups like it, when it works like it, it's most likely will be it.
No,
so you don't think this speculations about the state capture, about the president trying to move certain things, certain critical investment and certain critical offices back to Lagos is a form of wanting to control?
I don't share that sentiment. Right. And by the way, for the CBN situation, most corporate headquarters of banks are in Lagos. So it's easier for the CBN to track, to do financial regulation from Lagos. I don't share that sentiment.
All right, we move to our next story. It's the big win for Super Eagles yesterday in their 1-0 victory against the host Cote d'Ivoire. And we spoke with Joseph earlier on. We said that you have to celebrate in moderation because personally, I saw the stadium yesterday. 16,000 capacity stadium. 60,000 capacity stadium filled to the brim, and you could see the colors of the Ivorians. Cote d'Ivoire actually filled up that stadium yesterday, but it was a loss for them. And I can imagine why you have to celebrate in moderation, celebrate with sense. And that's the word on the street. Okay, so let's take what people are saying on social media. At Nigeria Stories, Nigeria versus Ivory Coast, 1-0. And at Eberechuku Mike 1 says, congratulations, guys. And at Lapo Sky says, Una give me heartache with Una style of play. Okay, I will ask Femi something on that. And at Clement Unna 388 says, congratulations to Nigeria for their first AFCON game victory over Ivorians. And Femi, I want to take you on that at Lapo Sky's tweet saying, "Now give me heartache with a style of play." A lot of people were not comfortable with the way the Super Eagles played yesterday. They felt it was just sheer luck.
Well, I wouldn't think it's luck. I think it's much hard work. But it was that performance was hard work rather. But that performance was not commanding. Actually, there are styles of play you see that they were in charge. But it was a cagey thing, quite dicey. You can't go all ballistic against a Cote d'Ivoire side. Our fast players, big guys who are very strong, play in front of their president, play in front of their superstars. I saw Didier Drogba with his family. Many of the
public holiday was actually given yesterday.
Djibril Cissé, former French international. So many superstars were in that place yesterday. And of course, you expect scouts of different clubs to be there as well on the lookout. So it was a bit of a cautious style of play, quite shaky, I admit. But then it is what it is. It has been won. And I think the Super Eagles should go from strength to strength. Because the Nigeria we know, the Super Eagles now, the game against Guinea-Bissau, they might drop their, by the way, the zeal. A game like against Cote d'Ivoire, every players are hyped up naturally, want something to prove. But against a Guinea-Bissau side now, they might want to be disappointed because that game, let me just say it here, I'm not too optimistic for what they will do because they can. If you're a Super Eagles fan and you're a Man U fan, your act, as this person is talking about, you should be careful of it as well.
So do you see us win against Guinea-Bissau? You said you're not too optimistic, so I'll take it as a draw.
I think we should pull through. Yeah. All
right, so we'll move to our next story for today. And this is about a prank gone wrong on social media this morning. But before then, I'd like to take another story on this particular for this show. So let's see. Our next story talking about why do people pretend to enjoy? Why do people pretend to enjoy, really?
But are you convinced people are pretending to enjoy, really?
Do you think people are pretending to enjoy in this Nigeria of today?
I think the question, there is a context. What are you convinced people are pretending to enjoy? Maybe there are things that sounds like cruise or that sounds okay. By the way, people are just pretending to enjoy. Is there anything we are even pretending to enjoy?
Okay, so let's get to this. Let's get to some reactions right now. At KP Stanford says, honestly, it has to be alcohol. Some people pretend to enjoy alcohol. Do you think so, Femi?
I think some backroom boys will have answer to that. Some of our studios backroom boys.
Because sometimes I wonder why people will actually take 4 or 5 bottles of alcohol and they are enjoying. I'm like, can you take 4 or 5 bottles of water and you don't even feel
one man food is another man poison.
Okay, so another person says marriage. Do you think people are pretending to enjoy marriage, or there are really people that actually enjoy marriage?
I think that's a deep conversation, actually.
Femi, are you enjoying your marriage? Let me go personal.
It's not about Femi here, by the way.
But you're here, you're my analyst. Let me go personal with you. Do you think marriage is something that people pretend to enjoy?
It's worth it, actually. 5 years down the line, I'm okay. I'm fine.
It's worth it. I'm enjoying it. That's what I want. It's worth it.
But it's not like it's everyday cruise. It's hard work.
Yeah, it's hard
work. You must put in the work. It has to be with 2 people who have told themselves we die here. Actually, that's the way it works. That's my perspective. But then it's not about me, actually. But then it can be difficult for people. It can be sweet for people, but it's not like everyday rolls and chicken and chips. The one you watch in Telemundo, those are flukes, man. You must put in the work. Actually, Eve is about that.
All right, so let's move to our very last reaction for today. As Cash asks, says some speculate that people might pretend to enjoy certain social activities or trends, like certain types of diets, extreme workout routines, or specific cultural events to fit in or conform to societal expectations. It is essential to prioritize genuine preferences and well-being. And I like this person's take because, like you said, one man's food is another man's portion.
That's right.
The fact that you do not enjoy, your workout routine does not mean someone doesn't enjoy their workout routine. Someone like Ketensha, when I see her workout routines, I'm like, how does this
she makes it look easy.
Do this at over 50?
Yeah.
I'm less than that, and I'm like, I cannot do all these things this lady is doing. But
for you to do 10 push-ups.
She does squats like it's just you kneeling down.
Yeah.
I'm like, how? So about this issue of why do people pretend to enjoy when they don't enjoy? I believe it's, you are the analyst here, but let me just give my take on this. I believe it's just preference. The way we are different, in sizes, in heights, in color, is the same way our preferences, what we like, is different.
Yeah,
do you understand? Right. So do you still want to give
and I think people sometimes join the bandwagon to just feel among, to join a particular thing, or trend or food or drink, just to appear like I'm not far off, I'm among, while actually they are not enjoying those things. Let me quickly chip in, they might be controversial. I've seen people talk about the big boss lady, independent woman thing. Like, I'm okay, I don't need no person around me. By the way, there is a soft baby girl inside of them that needs to be taken care of. But they appear to other people like, I've got it. But instead of them just, okay, can you be independent? Yes, you should be independent. You should make money. You should be in charge of your decisions. But then maybe somewhere, you still have that baby girl inside of you that needs somebody to just pamper. But people appear like I don't need it, while actually they need it.
All right. Our last story for today, I did not know if we have the video from, if my directors can actually confirm if we have the videos to use for this particular story. I think we have to call it, a wrap on the show for this morning. It has been a very interesting conversation, and we truly appreciate you for today. Next week, Monday, is another time for us to actually get on spring trends. Femi, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. And by the way, I said something the other time. You can be a Super Eagles fan and be a Man U fan. And you not take it easy with your life.
Are you both?
What?
Are you both? Are you a Man U fan?
We'll see on Monday. Femi Ojo
you're a Man U fan? No wonder. Amazing. Now I get the answer to so many questions. Femi, it's going to be well.
Before.
You're no longer a fan.
I don't even know. I follow good football right now.
So you're just, what do they call them? Is it when you're not signed to any club? Is it floating players?
Freelance.
Yeah, you're just freelance.
Yeah, I'm just freelance. I enjoy good football. Maybe I'll have to join a Newcastle.
No, come join Liverpool.
What?
We have space for you. We do not work alone.
People will tend to abuse me. I don't want that.
All right, people. Thank you so much for being a part of our world. We'll make a return next week, Monday. Until then, ensure to actually have fun this weekend. But please moderately and stay safe. My name is EVELYN OHIOLEI.
Can you imagine the feeling when you get your news as the break with facts and clarity? Our news are reported as it is.
In Africa, and all those who masterminded the way it happened, we have to pay a price.
Enjoy Western programs, projecting culture and tradition to the world. Brought to you as the break and recapped every hour for your update.
Fellow Nigeria, how to improve your welfare is of paramount importance to me.
produced and brought to you in a unique way never before seen.
Western Spring.
Western Spring.
And Western Spring Television. Television is coming home in your color and culture.
Aminatu, the legendary Queen of Zazzau, is best known to historians as Queen Amina of Zaria, an old walled town and capital of the Hausa state of Zazzau. Amina was a great warrior and the first woman to rule the ancient kingdom of Zazzau. The 34 years as queen witnessed an unprecedented expansion of Zazzau by conquests. Queen Amina of Zaria belongs to the class of Amazons by the might of her army and her strings of conquests. She opened Zaria to trans-border trade and was said to have initiated kola nut cultivation in the ancient kingdom. The Hausa Muslim figure was born in 1533 and died in 1610 at the age of 77 years. Folklores remember Aminatu, the Queen of Zazzau, as a brave, smart and talented leader whose giant statue now adorns the National Arts Theatre in Lagos, Nigeria, while many educational institutions bear her name. Western Spring Television identifies Queen Amina as a watershed character in history.
Sports is a culture on its own. It has its own language, its own people, with their own way of life. The world of sports is never void of actions, stories, dramas, and scandals. I guess you need a sports show that can walk the walk and talk the talk.
On this show, we answer all your sporting questions. The whens, the whys, the wheres, and even the what ifs. Sports Spring is that show that will give you that new lease of life you've been looking for in sport journalism. Join me, Joseph Atewe,
And your sports Amazon, Nengi Ernest.
on this station, Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on Star Times.
Let's talk sports. Let's speak the most universal language of the world.
Here are 5 amazing fun facts I bet you never knew about Christianity.
Number 1, there are over 2.4 billion Christians worldwide.
Amazing fun fact number 2. The Bible is one of the best-selling books of all time, with more than 100 million copies sold every year.
Most Christians believe in heaven and hell.
The Bible is the most translated book in the world, with more than 3,000 languages.
Amazing fun fact number 5. Most Christians throw science out of the window without realizing that most scientists are Christians. Hello, I am Pastor Steve Akinwumi.
And I am Dr. Adeoye Oyewole.
Join us as we highlight and discuss day-to-day issues pertaining to the day-to-day living of every Christian.
Issues in Christendom shows every Sunday on Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on Star Times.
According to the words of Michael Forbes, one who never asks questions either knows everything or nothing. Watch me as I ask the questions you think no one wants to answer. Even questions it appears no one has got the guts to ask. My name is FEMI Adifila and I've got the gut. Let's ask the pertinent questions and watch as we get answers.
Ahmadu Bello, a Prince Royal, was born 6th of December 1910 at Raba Village, Sokoto, northwestern Nigeria. His father was a district head and heir apparent to the Sultanate throne from the house of Usmanu Danfodio, a religious and social reformer who brought the Habib dynasty under the Fulani Caliphate in the beginning of the 19th century. Ahmadu Bello raised the bar of political consciousness in participation when, in 1944, he engineered the establishment of the Northern People's Congress (NPC) as the first political party in northern Nigeria and the rallying point for politicians in the region before independence. History will not forget Ahmadu Bello for his charisma and political sagacity, which provided easy passage for his kinsmen to assume political and administrative positions in Nigeria's post-independence era. The distinguished elder statesman and Sardauna of Sokoto has his face on his country's 200 naira currency as a mark of honor to one of the architects of Nigeria's independence. Western Spring Television identifies Ahmadu Bello as a watershed character in history.
Arrested, affected, sound, found. What do we see? What do we say? Flowing from a spring. A fact A to Z. Check and confirm. Ever expounding current events. Traveling down from the business gist to the globally arising happenings, to the sports news, to the bittersweet infos. Guided transmission, even diffusion, vast and fast. Detailed facts are fled. Within seconds, nuggets of words that flew across borders are fired. Stories short and long, wrapped in bundles of words, broken and dissected as it is, except misheard. This is the news as it is.
Sadly, in Nigeria, we have less than 50 lions left in the wild. And even these are at risk from snares set for illegal bushmeat. So please, do your bit to protect our remaining wildlife. Say no to illegal bushmeat because poaching steals from us all.